especially with the provisions them and the penalties that they carry with. So now those penalties have to be in conformity with the law where Parliament don't pass, because the statutory instrument is a product of the law we don't pass. So all of that in a new changes them, even agreement they now, we want for receive the agreement and they force, send out to the committees they look at, say the provisions them, if na loan, for example, let the loan interest not be such that it is not in conformity with other loans of similar category. So these are all new things the way they can will make Parliament more efficient and more productive.
That brings me to the question of collaboration, because changing the face of Parliament not just lies solely on the ruling within the leadership, but also collaboration with the opposition party in Parliament. Recently, we see the approval of one of the ECSL commissioner, them, the All People's Congress, be Wakagonado, because they say they were not consulted ahead of that particular approval day for the commissioner. How on a plan for work around issues like this?
Well, I will tell you with certainty, say that one of the misunderstanding the way we get the public domain between and among political parties, because the Constitution no clearly states what in consultation supposed to mean. The Constitution no clearly explain to what extent is consultation and how binding is consultation. The Constitution is clear about the binding position of the consultation, because in section 171 subsection 14 the Constitution says anybody where this Constitution give power for consult is not bound by the outcome of the consultation. So for me, the provision of consultation at the Constitution alone is redundant, because if I'm consulting you and the outcome of the consultation has nothing to change in my decision, for example, if I can't consult me and maybe I'll say one for appoint somebody as reporter on Liberty, but Khadija not bound by the advice they give Khadija. Even if we tell Khadija say appoint more like, but Khadija say no, Abdullah they appoint, it don't make no difference. At the end of the day, it constitutes consultation. So maybe what we get for doing, forget a team where the lies between the State House and Parliament when it comes to appointment of such nature, because the Constitution clear in 32.3 that particularly with ECSL there must be consultation. So the misunderstanding around that one school of thought, they inform the parliamentary leadership, say we have consulted this party. The other party, they say we have not received consultation. So Mr. Speaker, in wisdom, say okay, what I will do is I will bring you to my chambers. He brought the two parties to a chamber, all my explain the own part, and the whole middle ground say okay, now we are going to the chamber. Let us not make plabber. Let everybody express their views. Let everybody say in political party position. Let everybody talk to the people of Sierra Leone. But at the end of the day, let the process be peaceful. And we'll see the outcome of Mr. Speaker in wisdom. And that the two parties, they will give them time after that meeting day, then go consult the membership, then come back to the chamber, then someone the membership. They made their positions. At the end of the day, walkout is part of parliamentary procedure, but that's something we want to reduce drastically, because at the end of the day, it is sending an image and an impression of a parliament that is not working together. But in terms of collaboration, we are working together. We are consulting to the point that Mr. Speaker they even set up another committee where he don't put together one honorable Daniel Koma, the deputy leader of the opposition, one, and the leader committee there for make sure that every bill don't pass. The amendment they already passed with them bill, and the honorable Daniel Koma and the team where Mr. Speaker don't mandate me for put together for can look that building a word for word, amendment for amendment, or make sure say nobody no go input in your amendment inside parliamentary amendment, because section 105 of the Constitution make with the supreme legislative body of Sierra Leone. So whatever changes we make in a law, it behoves any other person for go behind the scene and make other changes. That is the exhibition of how much collaboration Mr. Speaker and this leadership ready for bringing kind of parliament.
Where on be emerge as Speaker and Deputy Speaker, one of the main things the way some people have been concerned about, like experience, that running the leadership of parliament, it fits somebody with a wealth of experience, especially in parliamentary leadership. How you as a speaker for able to navigate between the parties them within a parliament. We all know how chaotic it can turn, like where a bill will get interest of one party, the other party can resist. I remember some years back, I've been doing a parliament as a reporter, and then they would see Dr. Banalet Lahai, Ibrahim Bundu as leader, and they come up first now to go consultation and kind side back. It can be very tough. In this owner leadership, you all view say experience counts for one parliament?
from all the below don't pass in the parliament, I think say the maximum experience for any position na not less than 10 years. And although they lead parliament now, we get experience with it beyond 10 years. I have worked in the corporate circle, I've worked in a bank, 2 banks, and I don't rise to the position of deputy head of corporate bank. I've led a corporate banking institution, Eco Bank, a very big bank with a very big portfolio. We should say, me experience cannot be called into question, not to talk of Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker has been a lawyer for over 10 years. He gets in your chambers, in chambers of about 40-something lawyers, young lawyers, who is on non-transition now into full members of the bar. Then they handle cases. So he also don't serve in a parliament for 2 terms plus almost 6 months in the third. So he should say we have been there. As a person, personally, I run the parliament for 5 years. I don't be chairman for the Committee on Transparency. I don't be chairman for Agriculture. I don't be chairman. I was the first chairman for the Committee on Environment when the President pronounced the Ministry of Environment. And the sustainability and stability of the ministry, where they go today successfully, started with the base from me and Professor Jawad. We built an institution, we built a ministry starting from the ground with getting all the institutions they were supposed to do under them, do the review of the acts them. We pioneered the one and so if we can handle that, I'm not sure we cannot handle parliament. What you know they happen at parliament now that there is too much of outside interference into parliamentary activities. Like I say, Section 77 is one of the major outside interference into parliament.
From which angle? Outside interference from?
From both sides. I will tell you from both sides because every political party wants for control the MP as to what they do. From both sides. So we got to manage them 2 sides then they make sure say from within the leadership in the parliament, now then we own constituents. And then we own discussants them. So once we have a discussion, we bring them together. We talk to them. Whenever there is an issue, whether it's a bill that is thorny, whether it's a bill that is suspicious, we make sure say we do them properly. And also they ensure now say every bill we come has to go through the pre-legislative hearing. Because public input in bills is very important. Currently we have the CPA, the Criminal Procedure Act, where they repealed the 1965 CPA Act. Now, what we don't do, and I will make sure say we send out to the public. We've received position papers from various organizations, from various groups. Them position papers then they don't form part of the legislative hearing now they go on. So it is going to be all inclusive for law ensure say this young leadership deliver and deliver to the expectation of the president and beyond the thoughts of the general public.
When an allegiance states to the president, and like you just say, deliver to the expectations of the president, appointments and they come directly from the presidency. How independent on a plan for work, taking into consideration you cannot bite the finger with the feed you?
The mention of the presidency in the constitution, it's difficult for the parliament to operate without the presidency. If you the look or the listen, we realize say carefully I take myself away from the executive, but talking about the presidency, because Section 73 of the Constitution say the composition of Parliament starts with the president. Then subsection 7 of Section 79 of the same Constitution, it say in the presence of the president in Parliament, Mr. Speaker, the excuse insists that the president occupy the chair. So me to say the president is an integral part of the parliamentary composition in Sierra Leone. But our allegiance is to the Constitution. We swore an oath to uphold the dictates of the Constitution. So it doesn't matter how close or how determined the president wants to bring to the executive some programs in our parliament. If it not suit the parliamentary agenda and not meet the threshold of the Constitution, then we would advise the president or advise the parties otherwise that this is not going to hold. You have to go and look at it again, and you have to bring and come back, because at the end of the day, we don't want to pass anything when they stand the test of time. We don't want to discuss anything where by the time we finish the discussion, people then go down water and down the public space. We want to ensure that we uphold the dictates of parliamentary unionism and keep to the spirit and intent of the Constitution. So, with relationship with the presidency, particularly me, we belong to a political party. because the speaker is no longer a member of a political party, is the arbiter of parliament. I am open to telling my political leadership in a parliament, say, this is how we're going to do it, this is not right, this is not going to pass, this is not going to work, because at the end of the day, we get for build legacy with yourself. Me, a young person, for I reach this level at this time, I'm only 6 years in parliament. For I be called deputy speaker, it's an honor beyond imagination. But I go work for, let that honor they continue beyond me tenure in a parliament. Let people that they come and say, this is not the benchmark where this person left, and we are going to build from it. Like who said they build from the benchmark what other people don't left?
Honorable, two important process. Okay, I can say one important process they're on the way now. Last week we get the deputy Minister of Information where sure we say President Bio determined for review the constitution before in tenure of office done. And the draft they now the law officers department they then look back inside the late Justice Kawane recommendation them, that of Peter Tucker recommendation them, try for put a draft so they go before a parliament. The constitution of Sierra Leone is sacred and very important. And also the tripartite committee, according to information we'll get from the Peace Commission, we'll be get again the executive secretary now. They said they wrap up their work, and according to the mandate by June 19 this year, all of the recommendations are for done and it might go before another parliament. Two important process. How prepared mentally for Leona ensure say when I put the interest of the people in first if the document again for go before now?
Well, two things. Firstly, the parliamentary document where they guide we, according to section 94, it's the parliament they regulate itself. And one part of the document the parliament they use for regulating itself and the standing orders. So the standing order they say we cannot anticipate. We not they begin anticipate. Say this thing they come on, oh they expect this thing, no, we don't anticipate. We work on what's in day before what's in our agenda. But for just get a quick reflection on that, the constitutional review process now all starts from under Tijankaba. There was the Peter Tucker commission of constitutional review commission. We bring out in your white paper, whatever happened during that process, they transition into President Nkrumah. President Nkrumah said the need to say, okay, it was a fantastic idea by former president, late President Tijankaba, for let us get a review of this constitution. Because like at the second now the top of consultation, say it's a dicey issue in the constitution. And things like that and the constitution would able to explain them. And if you go through the American system, you realize the American system amendments and against the first amendment, the second amendment, because anything will become Tony, they created an amendment for it to address them. So over time, we don't get this situation where a number of constitutional review commission and on there, including the Justice Kawan one way, you get a whole blueprint, very big book, in fact, then you even gear them with memory stick them, because nobody is all able for reader to in hard copy. So all of that one they did in the public domain. And President Joseph, they don't launch a constitutional review process in the State House. We're aware of that, and it's public conversation. But when it comes to the issue of bringing a constitutional review document to Parliament, we have not received that, so we cannot discuss that because if we do we will only begin discussing anticipation. Similarly, tripartite. Everybody know what happened after the elections and the opposition resistance or refusal for take their seats now. Council and Parliament, and that the Miguel signed this Bintumani agreement, and that Bintumani agreement sorry, give rise to the tripartite committee where the parties then come together with international partners them and set up this tripartite committee with three with chairmanship, one from the opposition, one from the ruling, and one from the international community represented by the UN resident coordinator in Sierra Leone. So whatever they're doing, we don't know as parliaments, but we are willing for advance document the way they continue for bring innovative changes then in this country. So since it's not there before we cannot comment on it, but what I'm going to assure the people of Sierra Leone that whichever of them document they come before parliament, when they come before parliament, we will get the due attention, we will make sure they go through the due process. Because like I said initially, Mr. Speaker don't say whatever documents they come to parliament, he would want members of parliament to be briefed first outside the plenary. Second, he would want members of parliament forget this committee, whether a legislative committee or a new ad hoc composition, because the legislative committee is a composition of all the political parties. We will look at clauses and provisions in them. Because once you bring the document to parliament, it becomes the property of parliament. Nobody can influence it. It is parliament that can make the decision. So it means we have to be forthright, we have to be astute, and we therefore be forward looking for make sure, see, if now on that we are going to get the constitutional review process done and consolidated and have a new constitution of Sierra Leone, would want that constitution for whenever they mention the people and say, oh, now under them two young people, they will be thinking they were inexperienced and they don't pass the constitution with detail and we're able to make this country day together as a united country.
Speaking about the issue of giving due process and due attention to documents and when they go parliament, as we talk now, if you go outside and ask people, recently decision was made at parliament where plenty panel displeased about, we get for do it, that toll gate review on the fees them way parliament's been do. As members of parliament representing the people, you think say when I been do due diligence to that particular document say where reach parliament after a commodity we see the people not happy, when I been do justice to them?
You know, we are representing people, and the people know say the documents will come at parliament in the form way come under the ministry, using the provision of the contract agreement where they may enter into. See, when once there is a change in the foreign currency, whenever there is a depreciation or appreciation of either of the currencies, the operator gets for review in price. But firstly, without holding brief for anybody, you realize there has been a tumultuous depreciation in the local currency, and there has been a massive appreciation in the foreign currency, in the dollar. But all of that will not be warrants for let parliament allow a change in the toll. And even when the toll comes away, we make sure we have several engagements. We have an open engagement in Committee Room 1 under the leadership of the erstwhile Speaker. The civil society they come and give a position, and that position everybody in that room they agree say okay, we can forward the discussion now, not in a big forum like this, but in a small forum we will lead to an engagement of all the parties. So we go back to Motor Drivers Union. We're not like the umbrella body for most of the one who drive vehicle them across that side. We engage them. They brought a proposal. We engage the general transport owners. They come with a proposal. We engage other parties. We engage the residents. We engage the MPs. They own that corridor there. Everybody gave us a position. So we finally get forget the middle ground because we are under obligation, under the principle of pacta sunt servanda, that this international agreement has to be respected. And when once you enter into an agreement, you have to respect the dictates and principle of the agreement. So as a government, the government be the under obligation for ensure say then keep that principle together. But we serve as parliament to ensure say people are interested number one. So what you do that we review the rates them, particularly at the critical areas they will get for do with movement of goods and people. The rates will be the ask for 700,000 flat for all heavy duty vehicle. But we review them to a point that for vehicle between 6 tire to 10 tire, we move them from 100,000, when I be the original price, to 250,000. For vehicle away they above 10 tire, 12 tire and above, we agree for let them move them to 700,000. So you will realize that most of the people the way they take goods from the provinces to the capital or to market centers then as Sierra Leone. Now vehicle away they within the range of 6 tires to 10 tires.
Honorable, I should say you aware say una people them the una constituents are not happy with una for that particular decision. They will now all agree for the parliament. One, the people they say the timing be wrong, hardship then at the country, and because of that toll gate increments they goods the way they come out na upline now, for example, goods that we really the plants na salon don't become expensive, and also goods that they come out free to go back na the provinces don't become very expensive. We make life very difficult for our people.
Well, the cost of things them really not to just because they are produced locally. Other factors than the way they play. For example, if you plant yabas or you plant pepper, you need fertilizer. We all know things that happen across the world. Energy costs don't go up. Fertilizer cost across the world is high. We make countries like India even don't give ban on a particular speck of rice not for be exported out of India.
They are being high months before the increment in the toll gate.
And
now the same way they be buy as soon as the toll gate will approve an parliament, everything shoots up.
Well, it
so
is.
it will be unfair on the people then for base and say that because of waiting they happen all over the world, that's why we don't day and the prices they not be go. As soon as we approve that toll gate, and a lot of people then be they say, Lord we see, Lord test to MP them if they really get with interest at heart. And the blame now it cuts across both SNPP and APC member of parliament say where they do make a lot of people a question say maybe, just maybe, parliament they be compromised at that time.
Well, parliament can never be compromised. They can tell you parliament is an institution of law. And one part the body of rules, the way they guide parliament, and that we get for observe international best practice and we get for uphold the dictates of agreement that they enter into. The agreement, we don't hold them back for a long time. And we also get for look at the other side. The other side now that it is a foreign investment and we want to bring more foreign investment for employ more people in a salon and let foreign investors then get the confidence as multinationals we can come to a country where we would enter into an agreement and the dictates of the agreement will be upheld. So we be caught up in the middle. So the best thing we get for do and for make sure we'll not allow them proposals they wouldn't cow it for let's say to us the counter, but to review them in a way that the one who really they move goods them from Freetown to the provinces and across the various areas the way they use the tool, them come down to that point. Imagine they came with 700 and we ended up approving 250. So it shows we work together as parliament in the interest of the people, but it is a difficult time across the world. And we all understand that because we all they buy in the markets. But we want for the people and continue for no say, whatever is their interest, we'll continue to secure it.
All right, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh. They continue for the with the program. And the Deputy Speaker of Parliament today this morning they tell you about the vision where the leadership they bring come for ensure say they encourage Parliament to the people and ensure say transparency in our Parliament. Well, we continue with this edition of the Breakfast Show and members say later in the program we got to open the phone line where you say for the watch we will call and ask you questions to the Deputy Speaker of Parliament or make comments about issues and we will discuss at the program. Save the phone number na +232 74 200 545. Now the number down there will go for open the phone line for call. But to look at more issues inside the program. Over the weekend, the Ethiopian Airlines being getting first flights to come to Salon through the Freetown International Airport. This time the airline this first time with the airline at the country, women say this airline they begin for do operation na Salon. And this according to the Minister of Transport and Aviation, Ambassador Alhaji Fandeture, the country they begin for get flights them where they come na the country as way for address the travel challenge where people don't they get. Mohamed Kamara been the part of this and Igona reports.
Ethiopian Airlines, now one of the leading airline them na Africa, where they create December 30, 1945 and then start operation on April 8, 1946 as they will provide weekly service between Addis Ababa and Cairo with 5 Douglas DC propeller aircrafts. Friday, May 31 this year, the government of Salon, through the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, be joined on with the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority for receive Ethiopian Airlines their first flights at the Freetown International Airport, where be load 100 passengers. The Minister of Transport and Aviation, Ambassador Alhaji Fandeture, first start for talk about how important Ethiopian Airlines, their operations go be in Salon.
I, together with the Director General, we signed a bilateral air service agreement with our brothers from the Federal Republic of Ethiopia at the ICAO Air Services Negotiation event hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in December 2023. 5 months on, we are here to welcome the first Ethiopian Airlines here at the Freetown National Airport. This is a testament to the fact that with sincerity of purpose and commitment, we can achieve a lot within a short space of time as Africans. Before his election in 2018, the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maida Bio, identified aviation as one of the drivers of socio-economic development as represented in the new aviation infrastructure here at the Freetown National Airport. This is out of deliberate conviction of government to ensuring that the FNA be used as a stimulus for economic growth and possible hub by interested parties.
Waiting at the plans them where the Transport Ministry don't put in place for address travel challenge na Salone. Ambassador Alhaji Fande Toure again.
Trust me, since we started working together with the DG Civil Aviation, we have really been going everywhere trying to encourage others to come in and fly to Sierra Leone or fly from Sierra Leone. So we have gone a long way. We've gone into a lot of negotiations with other companies as well. And I'm really proud and happy that Ethiopian Airlines is the very first airline to heed to our call. And we have other airlines as well. They are also on the way. They are also coming. We're also in discussions with them.
Inside Ion Talk, the Vice President for Ethiopian Airlines, Milenkot Mamu, first starts to explain about the flights and movements from Salone to other countries.
Our departures from Freetown are on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for now. This is 3 frequencies that give you access to Addis Ababa and its connections out of Addis Ababa. For the moment, we're flying through Ouagadougou, so there would be a very short stop, around 45 minutes in Ouagadougou, and then on the same airplane you continue to Addis Ababa to make your connections out of Addis Ababa to the other 70, 89, 80 destinations out of Addis Ababa. That is international destinations. Don't forget my 64 destinations within Africa.
Milenkot Mamu, same way so give assurance, but Ethiopia Airlines, the operations na Salone.
We are an African airline, Pan-African airline, proudly. We support Africa, but that does not mean it comes at a cost. We support Africa altogether, and Africa supports us because we are Africans. So therefore, we are here to stay. We've never left. We don't want to leave. And I'm sure that you're going to help us sustain our operation out of Freetown.
Milenkot Mamu end up saying committed for provide service na Salone for help solve travel challenge. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mohamed Kamara, the reports.
Alright, so they continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, now Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website, where they powered by All in Sierra Leone. We still get the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, where they talk about enroll and also waiting at a vision for ensure they transform the Salone Parliament. When they come back to you, Honorable, the area of transparency and accountability, now one where plenty people really look forward to say, where una don't can take over the leadership of Parliament, una go work very hard for restore transparency and accountability. And you know, I'm we're very big on that because the time you be member of Parliament, the one country see how you've been challenged, the then clerk of Parliament, so you come by issues of transparency and accountability. Now you don't hold leadership position. How are we going to ensure say transparency and accountability where don't be tested in Parliament on a restaurant?
Well, the coincidence that are not only down in leadership position now or higher leadership position, or that when you are Deputy Speaker of Parliament by the standing order of Parliament of Salone, you are the chairman for the Public Accounts Committee. The Public Accounts Committee is the biggest committee in Parliament and are the committee responsible for not only looking at the Auditor General's report, but the account of all corporations, public enterprises in this country. So, as chairman for the Public Account Committee, now a systematic process. Now I don't use for able to forget the committee for can begin for work back maybe hopefully next week, because Mr. Speaker was the Deputy Speaker and the chairman. So, taking time to transition it, we've got engagement with the audit service. We don't meet, we don't look at the general audit, and we don't agree say we are going to look at the audits of 2021 and 2022 together, and provisions, and then at the audit report of 2021 agencies that they would look at in 2021, would then get exceptions on their agencies that they or unresolved issues that will come up in 2022. So we are going to bring them together and work on them together. We don't set a standard with the audit service, and this week we don't start to forget an engagement with them today for let them able for give general training to we the MPs them at the committee for let we get in-depth understanding of how for review and what's in the document there about and the critical issues that we then raise and how the issues that they come about and the documentations that we then get with the review during that process there, so that we're able for marry then documentation and they from the documentation the way the auditees their response can say they don't provide to them, where they can say no, the issue still remains unresolved. So what in then gets and what in the auditing that they don't present, we are going to look at it and look at the seriousness of the issues that we then always, because make no mistake that the audit report there is serious issues there. There is serious issues them on the general purpose financial statements, inconsistencies them, tax arrears, GST inputs, payments, tax credit to businesses the way the audit report they claim say not get supporting documents for justify as per law, whether by the GST Act or any finance act we go to amend that provisions they we made the person qualify. We have other damning issues like excess payments, unbudgeted payments, either in salaries or other areas. We get issues that we get for do with statutory payments then by other entities that they work with, agencies of government. We get things like the transit account and the NRA. We get the issues of withholding tax. We get payment of tax arrears either debited or withheld by public enterprises the way they're not paid to NRA, or they were not debited at all. So there are lots of issues the way they. So the MPs they need for get some kind of interaction with ASAL, the Audit Service Sierra Leone, so that they build a system where they correspond with each other and where they able for married with the law. So as chairman for Public Accounts Committee, I want to assure the people of this country say then go see a more inclusive participation with them, because it is my aspiration for make sure say every one of hearings the whole they get, we invite prominent media houses like Liberty, AYV. Let them if they want for live stream, they can live stream. Because at the end of the day, both the standing order and the constitution say, whatever you do report, enough for be something where the committee not say. It is what the committee agreed and what the committee don't get resolution on. So I want to make it be more open so that people will be more inclusive, and then they will continue to build people and trust in Parliament and how they handle accountability.
That speaks a lot about transparency and that system we say we want for build. Looking at this 2021-2022 audit reports are one way the public always on the points on Parliament say why Parliament is not be done to look at them at all. You think saying that transparency and systems not been in place all these years will make backlog day of audit reports where Parliament not ever touch?
Well, I'm not going for really speak to the issues there of the past. I go on for build the sense of ownership in the people of Sierra Leone. Say it is our documents, because the document and Parliament, it belongs to Parliament. They represent the interests of the people of Sierra Leone. So it is the people's document. So what I could do now that's to make sure say the people's inputs the way we done the year and where I don't they get wind of over time when we say in a Parliament. Now that kind formation there they can implement so that it can be more enhanced, because everybody running at the PSC has done a good job, but maybe the public no satisfied with that job there. So what they can do now for make sure say the public is involved, the public sees the process, the public understand the process, and even with MPs them, let's be honest, not all of us are accountants, and not all men go understand how for able for separate issues that we go raise, particularly financial one them, because the audit report also they explain the general proposed financial statements, the auditor statement of Salon, where the accountant general present to the auditor. And it has notes. If you don't get financial interaction, you're not going to know who side of the note, what the notes mean, what the note they explain this kind of thing. So you also need to take them through. So what you are describing for now for build a system where it no go be the chairman no more we go understand, the deputy no more go understand the document. Let all the members understand the document. So when we say this issue, you really not meet them according to the law. And what in the auditors there is, it's substantial that you get to pay this money. Let you know say it is an issue we bother on the law. Secondly, the audit report, it has been a situation in the past where two bodies that they claim authority over, it is the property of parliament. What in the ACC they do, a fantastic work, but they should be there for where we don't see something where we think say we cannot prosecute as parliament. We can see the issues and we think say this one na crime. You not pay the money, we don't say we pay. We can refer to the Anti-Corruption Commission. There are so many issues. There are issues about commercial bank. You go through the commercial bank records, everything, nothing, not all balance. The asset register not submit. The trial balance not balance. The debit from account directly, the debit from GL. The nostro not balance. Everything in balance. And the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank is wholly owned by the government of Sierra Leone. 88% or so is owned by the government of Sierra Leone, or 89%. So if we give a blind eye to it and it gets worse, then it becomes a problem on the people of Sierra Leone. And then it will be big past any other issue we don't come, because this one will be financial. So these are things that we just develop a new system for make sure say it is enhanced and it is more open for the people for being included in the process.
This assurance way they give the public say under our leadership, when I go look at the audit reports, how soon we go see this start?
Already the audit service we don't present the 2021 and 2022 report, we don't table them, but they don't get any report from them out of parliament. So what will they do now? For can fast track that process there now, we are going to start hopefully on the 10th. We'll be getting the first hearing, and that first hearing they let the message come out from Liberty now, and actually the letters don't go out. The first hearing will get for hopefully, and by the schedule will get deal with the Ministry of Finance, the NRA, and the Accountant General, because there are lots of issues. The law in sub-regulation 34, I think 34.2 paragraph F or something, is saying that if we are maintaining a transit account with any agency, in fact, sub-regulation 8 of 34C, there should be a service level agreement between the Accountant General and the banks that will operate the transit account. So the Auditor General is saying there are lots of transit accounts when they meet the provision in Regulation 31. That is to say, money we can at this account today, before the day they done, if you don't transfer the money, go to government, the consolidated fund. See, banks are only keeping money beyond 24 hours. So the law says if you keep the money beyond 24 hours in Regulation 34, now that if the government account go red, government will pay you interest. But if you keep money for beyond 24 hours, whether you put investor or not, we assume say you don't invest them, you're supposed to pay us remuneration. So these are the nitty-gritties that we are going to look at. So it means to say the audit reports, the issues the way it is concern Auditor General, but it will transition also to banks that hold on the old government money for long. And there are lots of issues with regards debiting transit account and paying to the consolidated fund. So money they know the Auditor General they say, for example, there's a transaction between Commercial Bank and the Bank of Sierra Leone of 3 billion something, 3.9 billion, where they say Commercial Bank collect the money, they say don't pay to the consolidated fund. Bank of Sierra Leone say not receive the money. So we are going to look at those accounts and establish the money there and make sure that the money to government so that the president will be able for me social services for the people, and it will continue for deliver on the big 5 game changers.
All right, continue for the week to the program. In name now, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, Deputy Speaker at the Salon Parliament. Today, this morning, they talk about waiting them plan for do for ensure that they promote the issue of transparency and accountability in the 6th Parliament, where he and Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas and the leader them where they look over the affairs of Parliament. So if you got a question for Honorable Tawa Conteh, you want for calling at the program, call we on 074 200 545. If you didn't at the diaspora and you watch the program and you say want for contribute this morning, save the number +23274 200 545. Call we now, ask your question. Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh will respond to a question later on inside the program this morning.
All right, and remember, say as you call, you can also drop your message na the same line or go to the comment section and drop your message. When you open the phone line, them +23274 200 545. Where you call, make sure say you speak straight to the point. Tell me also you call from and your name, and you make your comments regarding the topic we look at this morning at the breakfast show. Where in the legislature, also we deal with the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, where the somebody plan them when they get. We got a caller on the line. All right, make sure say when you call, you come out near your device with the listen on. We continue with the breakfast show, and as we continue for look at the issue we get for do with Parliament, Liberty Online TV, as them be don't elect his BNTM the leadership in Parliament, we be also use the opportunity for talk to first-time Speaker for Parliament, we na Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, we be okay. Quickly, we go on the phone line. We get a caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Come out near the device where you monitor the program with, go straight to the point, tell where your name and where you call from, and make your contribution. And members say you can also drop your comments at the comment section at the different platform them also you get with this morning. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show. All right, the phone line they open +232 74 200 545. Now the number for call and add your voice to the topic we look at this morning. We they talk about Parliament or drop your comments now the comment section at the different platform them. Also they get Liberty Online TV this morning. We continue with the issue we get for do with Parliament as this BNTM they be elect the new Speaker and Deputy Speaker. After we the Speaker of Parliament, we now being Honorable Ibrahim Bundu be resigned in position because of medical condition. With the new leadership in Parliament under Honorable Singapore Solomon Thomas and in deputy when Honorable Ibrahim Tawa the program this morning, waiting people expect from them. Now question where Liberty Online Television being put to Honorable Ibrahim Bundu where be don't be majority leader in Parliament under the All People's Congress APC Party, as they work in Parliament under 2007 to 2014. Well, for we know what they expect from the leadership of Honorable Solomon Singapore Thomas and in Deputy Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh. Let me watch the interview where Princess Pias been do with them. But quickly, let me just go on the phone line before we go for the interview there.
Hello, caller. Good morning.
Oh yeah, good morning, Khadija.
Your name outside the call way from, please. All right, we don't lost that caller there. Quickly, we they take the interview where Princess Pias been do with Honorable Ibrahim Bundu. He don't be majority leader in the Parliament, and also he don't serve as member of Parliament for 3 consecutive terms. Inside this interview, he talked about your experience and waiting he feels say the new leadership in Parliament for make Salon people get back the confidence of the Salon Parliament.
When we enter Parliament in 2002, I entered then at the minority along those lines. I entered then at the minority. So in other words, I didn't at the opposition at the start. And during that opposition, I was opportune for making appoint me as deputy minority whip. So now that I begin enter and study the administration of Parliament because the whips of Parliament now not the administrators of Parliament for my own party. Now they actually they liaise with the administrative wing of the house. Una use then experience and then instruction and they una pass on to una members with a state of preparedness for making them do what they get for do. So no wonder when we get government in 2007, my party not being hesitate for make me the majority whip of Parliament. And I believe diligently do me work. So as they progress, they also ask me that I can be the deputy majority leader. So, when you don't go through all the rubric, then it's a good apprenticeship, to say the least. So I able to get various experience and expertise in all of those, as whip, as deputy majority leader, then subsequently majority leader. So one of the strengths that I get, because I go through a very good apprenticeship.
So now, let's just take the cue from you, leadership, just like what you just don't mention. Now, on your own days na parliament compared to now, how you want for compare the two? Although yes, they're in parliament now, this particular parliament we now, but just like we make mention, in the CQ council, then the CQ advice whenever I cancel parliamentary issues. What do you make up of this crop of parliamentarians and this new set of parliament?
Well, from the outset, like I say this, no two parliaments will never be the same. Because firstly, it will be a percentage of more experienced people than go there more during a certain period, and less experienced people go there. So what am I saying here? In the 5th parliament, we will get the calamity of having, first of all, the party within our government not to then get the majority in the parliament. And we're also going to have a speaker from outside. Outside here I mean not to like we get a speaker from outside, from the judiciary. Now a former member of parliament, and this former member of parliament who became speaker, he served under the 1978 constitution. So the 1991 constitution, unique in its own way, not without saying that you also get experience. But when the two constitution then, in 1978 they speak to then they one party and a one party only within a parliament. So the 1991, the uniqueness of it was a multi-party, and you get for deal with the, speakership along those lines. So that's one aspect of it. Then the membership, of course, a lot of young people were there, and the way where the parliament starts, it starts with a bump, a very high speed bump. Of course, not being hold the two parties, then they're not being get better shock absorbers before collapse.
So thinking about progress, now we see the parliament don't get a new leadership. Just after we Honorable Ibrahim Bundu be resigned because of a medical condition, we suicide the members of parliament and we vote. And now Honorable Senator Solomon Thomas, now the speaker in Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh and the deputy speaker. We mean say the parliament don't get a new leadership. So as experienced member of parliament, we said we don't serve na a leadership position na the All People's Congress Party. What do you think about this particular new era in parliament under the leadership of Honorable Senator Solomon Thomas and Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh?
Well, make a preface by congratulating them. I've not been there. I've been there outside of the country when that exercise didn't take place. Maybe for physically there around for see how that in the play. But I want to congratulate them in the first place. The speaker, I happened for serve with them when I was in leadership in parliament. That was, I think, Singapore came in 2012. Yes, Singapore came in 2012. And I worked with them for 5 years. So I know I'm probably somebody who actually a good parliamentarian, again at the opposition, but when you are the leader of the house, that is, you are leading all the political party in the house. So I had the opportunity and privilege to interact with them very thoroughly for 5 years. And Tawa, the term we came, maybe not left parliament in 2018. But reading through and we meet up back na other fora we are able to say follow up some of the activities both in and outside parliament. So now young crop of politicians, here and Singapore, and let always have hope, because who hope, it is for the country. So now a very sacred national office where anybody will sit on the, you get for tap to the experience of people for national interest. Mind you, now a political office, just like the presidency. It's a political office, but it's a national office, because they count the political party constitution. They go by the dictates of the political party constitution, and the national constitution. Then they give you, now they take you oath, now they the citation there. So it's a national office. So anytime when they put you as speaker, you sit down and now you get that very, very, very clear.
Being a speaker or a leader in a parliament, although yes, you party they take your party into consideration, but I think you just make mention say.
All right, welcome back. It's still a Waji Liberty Breakfast Show, and that's an interview where Princess Piers do with Honorable Ibrahim. Sorry. I just want, I think that the Ibrahim then just want confuse me. That's an Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, first majority leader in our parliament under the All People's Congress APC Party, as they share in experience and also talk about what they expect from the new leadership in our parliament. And when they come over to you again, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, you just don't listen to a former member of parliament. And one thing where he talk about that interview, they get for do with the experience. How Unana the leadership now plan for tap into the experience of the one that we be done did it, even though INSEF state and say no two parliaments not go be the same. But in terms of experience, how Una plan for work with them?
Well, members of parliament, they always get tied to parliament. You will come out now the seat, but you tie to parliament to continue until the final day of your lifetime in this world. Even after that point day, you have to be taken back to the house so that the house they give you be the final farewell. So we now an expression for sure say everybody we don't go through parliament, the experienced ones, the other ones they were not able to serve as long as Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, Honorable Bernadette Lai, Honorable Elizabeth Alpha Lava, a lot of them they out there. So then they in corporations, so then they in boards, so then they in private business. They make sure say whenever they need they, for we get consultation or get engagement with them, we go utilize and tap in the experience, because at the end of the day, not one person not able for generate all the leadership credential we need for one institution as delicate as parliament. So I want to let the former majority leader know say his experience is invaluable, and we recognize that one day, and we take that one day with keen interest. In fact, when parliament is ready for review the Parliamentary Service Act, where now the product now we come out to the Parliament Act of 2003. Now Honorable Bundu and Honorable Bernadette Lai now they lead the process of the review and all, using the experience from other parliaments, other interactions that don't get now the wall, and then understanding of how the parliament is set up there. So we know say that is invaluable, and we continue for leverage on them.
All right, continue for the with we go back na the phone line them in case you just tune in. Don't forget say na time now for let yourself call na the program, make you comment, ask you question, but anything we want to know about the new leadership of parliament as we get the deputy speaker Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh with we na the studio. We get a caller now on the line. Hello caller, good morning. Your name and who you the call from? Call we make sure say you move come out from the device where they listen from, so that we'll get a bad feedback na the studio. The phone line that open now +23274200545. Now the number for call. Yourself go the part of the program this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Wait for calls.
Yeah, good morning.
Name outside the call from, please.
Mina Usman, I call from Manchester.
I just want to ask few things to Mr. Tawa regarding the 6th Parliament, waiting them decide regarding the Public Petition Committee. Because I've been learned saying they're not being able for. You get me clear? Hello?
Go ahead, Usman.
Hello? Go ahead. Tawa and the Parliament, waiting the 6th Parliament, they've been actually failed for constitute the Public Petition Committee. And from what I learned, now standing order 75, one of the select committee, and if I don't chair by the Speaker of the House, where they get all the 5 members. But from what I learned during the 6th Parliament, I'm often saying they'll be able for constitute them, but I don't know what they think about them because a very important side in the politics, especially when you want to include the citizens. But I don't know what they do this time. Waiting the Parliament, there will be new speakers, then when they don't put in the Parliament, they will do about this area of the Public Petition Committee. And on the other side, again, what we just want to ask my brother, I don't know waiting then the plan in terms of how the time of debate. Last year we see the 5th Parliament debate up to midnight. Most of the other areas and the bills and acts. And during this process, they're not be able to succeed. The picking them bill for passer, and then partially part of the woman, then you decided the picking them right bill. But what I suggest, we are in the debate could be sometime limited time when they avoid what we call filibustering, where people are the prolonged debates. Why the energy for go till midnight before the 5th Parliament and they don't even succeed to finish all those bills? So they will try to avoid that time wasting and going into implementation and looking into this committee, how these things are working and bringing them to the area where the citizens and therefore need them. Now for that, I say about what they do about the Public Petition Committee, very important so that the citizens will get voice in the Parliament. Thank you so much.
Many thanks for calling me in the program this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
5 and the number for call. We take few calls, take messages, they'll come out to the Deputy Speaker of Parliament for respond. Where they take messages there now. From the first hour I will take na Mystic Duazak na Facebook. They say honestly the current parliament should focus on transparency and ensure they work in the interest of the public, especially the way and manner they are unceremoniously doing things and putting the public in surprise.
All right, we get a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Oh, good morning. Liberty.
Your name and where you call me from?
This is Asaru. They come from Kanima. I want to when I studio guest Boku thank you, Mr. Tawa. Of course, this time around we get 2 young guys who they head in Parliament Australia. When I welcome you, I believe as a young guys then, Mr. Thomas and Dr. Mr. Conteh, when they head in Parliament, we hope and pray that they will deliver well. But as far as I know, I personally get 1-2 disappointment in the 6th Parliament. One, the 2022 Finance Act. Who said this Parliament before they agree say when they make increase, when they add the tax by the rice and erode the cement. But also I want to focus more that this tax when they add by the rice. Although the president said the delay for sign now, but later on, again for sign that. And these are affect we added to the toll gate. They affect it, not the government, financially they struggle. And of course the government they do well, they understand what thing. But the affect it, what for do to the life of the people there. When we say the basic necessity of the people, for Jokuta, now this right there. Now we don't find out say, rest the judge there. Now rest are kind of 1 million and above. That's what we get now. Now people they tell we say, this toll gets on and can't add. Now the toll they can't do with the rest, the people they tell we say, the rest on there. And they pay there for the rest. Now the rest are add. So what you do to the parliament, the tax will add, and this toll gets on that approved. Now don't add to this rest here. And these are the everyday people they get for it. This will do, we not try for we as parliamentarian. because the toll gate will accept for no review and add the price per truck generally because the more they affect her. And this Finance Act 2022, like I add, now a big disappointment some of you get in this parliament, of course, when you try in other areas. But really, some of you get total disappointment in that regard. We further, I don't know, now use this opportunity now. I don't know if Parliament are aware of extra, any addition of tariffs. Because I don't observe, yesterday I buy, on Saturday, on the 1st, I buy extra top up when I 300,000. Normally I get 73. But how about now? I have to get 59, or not even 60. But somebody will tell me, say, extra for put tariff up. I don't know if Parliament are aware. There is also no go to one of the journalists.
Thank you very much, sir. We call winner the program this morning. We get for keep them very short. We call 1 minute, make a point, then you give way to other person again for the part of the program.
We get another caller on the line. Good morning.
Hello.
Call from?
Yeah. Good morning. Mina Alexander at the call from England. Hello? Hello?
420-545 number we for call, but we look at more messages as we get another caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at more messages as we
Mina Ibrahim Kanu at the call from London. Hello, you get me?
Yes, please.
I want to ask Honorable Tawa, according to in presentation, you tell me see na President Bio na approve the appointments as Deputy Speaker. And when the former Honorable Minde resign, he go present a resignation letter to President Bio. So that's they left some of we baffled. Because we know see Parliament for be an independent body where they regulate itself. So if Speaker they resign, he get for present a resignation letter to the Parliament. So now then get for appoint them body officers the way they officiate, way they deal with the Parliament. But if in Honorable Tawa don't tell we see, he make a very clear, say Parliament they get an external interference from political parties. So let elaborate and tell you how independent then will operate when it comes to national issues. Because it don't make a clear, say Parliament they get interference from political parties. And political parties, and they seek their own parties enforce. So dear Mr. Honorable Tawa, I want to tell you how independent we go operate when the appointment of the officers of the Parliament, now presidents they approve them, now they appoint them. So how independent we go be for the interest of the nation? Now that question, me I want you answer me. Thank you very much. Once more, Mina Ibrahim Kanu from London.
Quickly, we go tap the phone calls them for you for now. Continue for watch the Liberty Breakfast Show. They can take few messages. Things, but as soon as he hit on corruption, it was dealt with severely. He came back from the wilderness as the greatest defender of the status quo, backward policies and underdevelopment. He has succumbed to corruption like many others who were disciplined for standing up. He has been rewarded for giving in to corruption. It's not a surprise.
All right, this other message from Jibril Kanun at the Facebook page. It says, thank you, Honorable Tawa. Thank you, Honorable Tawa, for letting the nation know that Parliament is not independent, as you have confirmed that there are too much interference from higher authorities, as I've seen on resignation of former Speaker and the appointment of the new Speaker and Deputy.
Jim Kelly Jal on our Facebook, they say in the 5th Parliament, Honorable Tawa once accused the Parliament as being corrupt. Now, as the Deputy Speaker, What will he do to change that perception, especially with the ongoing investigation of the clerk?
All right, we look at more messages. We don't come in at the program this morning. As we get Honorable Tawa for response to the questions we don't ask na the program. Mohammed Ayub Jr., they say his vibrancy in parliament and humility in the party has earned him the great height.
All right, well, from their messages then they can now to the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, for respond to the callers them and also don't send in on a text messages them. Honorable?
Okay, I want to say plenty thank you to the callers and texters of Liberty and in this program, and for assurance, say firstly starting with Jibril, that Parliament is an independent institution, and like every other parliament in the world, the political party where the members of parliament that they represent get absolute control over them. You no go imagine, say, Senator Lindsey Graham of the Republican Party in the United States will contest with President Trump and say all sorts of things against the former president during that period. Now the biggest defender of President Trump in policies. That one day now it shows, say, political parties and the political party leadership, they always get influence over the MPs. But then they ever take away the independence of parliament, because at the end of the day, the political parties will have their inputs, but the members of parliament, they look at the general impact on the people of this country. I have given an example of the state of emergency on Kush. The political parties, them get their views, but the members of parliament, they look at and say, no, it is necessary for national interest and for law for transform. We use them, otherwise we're losing the fabric on which the nation is built. So I'm sure Jibril say, Section 77 of the Constitution say, if you lost your political party membership, you don't lose your status as a member of parliament. So that one then the control into land of the political party then gets over the members of parliament. Then, but that notwithstanding, parliament are independent institution. Somebody say me appointment or me rise to this position a validation, say corruption is fighting back and I don't succumb to corruption. The person may not have understand the fact, say, this is an exhibition of standing for the right thing and the right thing winning. Because at the end of the day, if I be succumb to corruption, I be succumb to the dictates the way they are the person in mind, I would have apologized. I did not, because I believed in what I said and I continue to believe, say, what thing I be say was right, and this now a demonstration of the president in faith in people fighting with him and fighting for the right thing. Because if na be other political party, by now I not get a parliamentary status again, talk less of being there and get to the point of being deputy speaker of parliament. Even in the United States, we see MPs the way we talk against, we see senators they will talk against the general popularity of President Trump. They were removed. So, take Senator Liz Cheney. She was removed because he joined the Democrats for let them investigate the January 6th upheaval in the Capitol building. So it shows that political party, their willingness for protect them political hegemony is so difficult for overcome that President Bio, for me, don't overcome that kind of barrier there. Because in all the things the way I be stand for, everybody be thinks I will apologize. I don't apologize, but here I am today as Deputy Speaker, which will say the President is saying, go and clean up the system. Go and restore dignity in the system. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Nobody will ever see PAC, they get hearing public, then it in a television. That is what I'm going to introduce. That is a demonstration of openness and a demonstration of to say nothing is going to be covered up. If there's going to be a resolution, the resolution going to be one way clean, a day in line with the law, and a day in the interest of the people. Somebody talk about public petition committee and he mentioned standing under 75. Why is the public petition committee now one of the House committee them standing under 75 na premature publication? so he got married the two, but committees are sessional for answering question. And when once the session don't start, they don't set up all the committees them. sometimes Parliament in Canberra is additional committees depending on the priorities of government and the needs of Parliament. But I think the Public Petition Committee now one important committee where if they receive a petition, they can constitute it. Because it's already constituted, the standing order make clear reference as to who they order for being members of the Public Petition Committee. So whether you bring her at the floor or not, the standing order already don't constitute the Public Petition Committee. So I'm for sure the person say if you get any petition for Parliament, like out then the Public Petition Committee is already constituted. The Speaker, the leaders of the two political parties, the whips, and any other possible way the Speaker go on for make be addition. Somebody talk about the Finance Act of 2024, let's say 2022, and the increase in tariff, and the increase in tariff on cement and rice. Honestly, not a new tariff, now restored tariff then. And the one for cement, I think it's cement and iron rod. The one on cement, they not even restore the full tariff yet. The full tariff now be 15%. Then just don't introduce 5%, and they say they will introduce some progressively. Because if you look over the years, in as much as difficult times in the world and prices did not go up, the point now that even with all them tax break and no government we don't give them businesses then the price them still go up. What price be the 7 million, we don't go to 13 million. And from all we introduce the new tariff, it is still within 13.5 for a Finch and 14 million for 5/8, which will say they were profiteering at the expense of our people. Then they get free tax break, but they still make money. So government say, no, we are going to pay your dues to government, and government will use this money for the social services. Yes, the toll, like I don't explain, most small impact in production and transportation. But at the end of the day, I am sure things will get better. And Parliament will ready for response to things the way really they affect the lives and living pattern of people there. I think say the last question are that now Ayub say me humility na the party and me work na Parliament now don't give me this position. I go on for put all things to God anyway, because this one is his miracle at the highest degree. For I come out from the dungeon, out of the phoenix in the ashes, from the dead man, and you come back to being deputy speaker. It's the work of God. And it's a work where I no one for it lightly, because where God give you responsibility like this one, nobody in this nation will be ever expect say at the rise from that point to be there again to anything surviving beyond being a member of Parliament. But God don't give me this position, and He gave it to me for a reason. And that reason I for last serve, and I want to assure the people of Sierra Leone say I go serve with the best of my ability and try for do the best for make Parliament be a better place, and let we engender transparency and accountability.
You know, things say this your appointments where you serve on so now go compromise waiting you stand for.
Well, it exhibits what I stand for, because immediately you appoint me, and immediately the Parliament don't vote for me after President Bio's endorsement as the Deputy Speaker. I don't become the chairman for the Public Accounts Committee, the committee responsible for uphold transparency and accountability. So it is up to me now to either drop the ball or continue in me.
You say it gets heavy burden on your shoulder.
It is heavy.
Because the transparency and accountability get big question mark.
It is heavy. It is a heavy burden, and it is one way I always take out of the leaf of the Bible, Matthew 11:28. It's common to me, only that they born and every lady, I will give you rest. And I will tell you that the rest of the Lord is the rest that will give you direction and will be able to guide you path for do a work as difficult as that one. But I'm for sure the people and say we will see a recovery, and we will see a demonstration of the Public Accounts Committee like no other before. Because at the end of the day, I know say one of the things that will make Parliament day. Now, because it will be the arbiter way they manage the performance of the executive and the utilization of the budget and budget allocation to MDs for being in the interest of the people.
All right, many thanks, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conteh, where you joined me this morning and can talk to viewers them. I believe saying a great opportunity with Liberty Online Television, and hopefully we're going to cover the Public Accounts Committee, the hearing live now with Liberty Online Television platform for let the people them with the salon and the one that's for the diaspora follow the work of the Public Accounts Committee, especially where campaign they will get to do the audit report, where another reassurance from the chairman, where also the deputy speaker say. Now one of the things in that way they can focus on. Many thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so when I had this edition of the Breakfast Show, go left on plenty thank you. So now always call and send message and don't watch me throughout this edition of the Breakfast Show. Continue for tell more people about Liberty Online Television. Continue for share, like, so that the family will continue for grow. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good week and goodbye.
All right, many thanks to the production team. Princess Piasso produced the program, Musa Sao Koma and Emmanuel Malik Campbell, and also Dennis Kamana. They make Una Watch We live this morning. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed day.